All all right, I am here with Scott Siegel. He's the big cheese over there at RS Owens, and I know you get this all the time, Scott. You do the Academy Awards and all that. Everything's under lock and key. You don't have a personal Academy Award, do you, there on your mantle? Or
I don't. I don't. They are kept locked up, and we have one locked up in our showroom. And a lot of people ask me if I have one at home, and I don't. It's not something that it's just not me.
right? Yeah, you couldn't do like shoot a picture of the kids and go, "Wow, look, I won an Academy Award for this." That probably wouldn't fly, I guess. Well, Scott, so you are the chairman of the board of PPAI, and how's it going now for you? Your life's full, right?
My life's definitely full. It's been going great, really. I'm halfway through my term, and I found it challenging and enjoyable, and I'm meeting a lot of new people, and I'm very fortunate to be in the position.
Right. Excellent. Well, thanks for your service. I know it takes a lot of time. So you've got a pretty good pulse on the industry, and I want to go through some questions with you. And the first one is, what do you see as the biggest challenge that's facing our industry?
I think the breakdown of the traditional supply chain is the biggest challenge. There's a lot of concern about suppliers going direct to the end user, about distributors going to China, and potentially more and more end users skipping the supply chain completely and going to China themselves. So I think that's going to be an issue that we're going to be wrestling with for a long time.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there, and I'm going to be doing a promo tip on this topic as well. Like, do we see the traditional supplier-distributor relationship crumbling before our eyes? That's going to be tough. Well, are there things that can be done to address this challenge?
I think absolutely. I think the challenge becomes more and more for suppliers and distributors to add value and to prove that they can provide value to their customers. I think that PPAI can help by providing opportunities to teach suppliers and distributors how to add value, and to provide opportunities for suppliers and distributors where they can add value.
Right. Yeah, adding value, that's a big deal, because it's just about commodities. And I've lost some business on commodity items, and I don't like that. It's like, you can buy, you need 2,000 lanyards, they can buy it online at, my cost. That's like not good. But there are with that particular client, there are other things I do bring value to them. In fact, I have an appointment this afternoon to write a bunch of business with them. But I have lost business to these online sellers, so that's no good. Well, so do you have, Scott, a personal focus or goal in the industry or during your term as a chair there?
Well, I do have a few passions, and the first one I think ties in with adding value and providing opportunities. I've been for a long time very interested in international opportunities for our association. I think that for suppliers there are many opportunities to exhibit at foreign trade shows and sell outside the United States. I think our industry and maybe our country as a whole is too focused domestically and not aware of all the opportunities that are available in the world. Our company's exhibited at the PSI show, the largest promotional product show in Europe, for the past 4 years, and we think there's tremendous opportunity outside the United States. I also think my dream is for distributors to venture into the markets outside the United States, and even set up offices, not to import, but to hire salespeople in foreign countries, especially the emerging foreign countries like China, India, Brazil, Korea, to sell promotional products in those countries. So I think there's tremendous opportunity, and I'm just hoping that our association, that our members of our association will be able to harness that opportunity.
Wow, yeah, that's a pretty interesting thought. Expand our reach. Now, Scott, if you had one thing, if you could wave the magic wand, if you had the ability to change one thing in the industry, what would it be?
Oh,
No
well,
pressure.
well, my politically unsavvy maybe answer to that is to end the conflict between PPAI and ASI. I think it's a tremendous waste of time, and it's counterproductive to the best interests of our industry. So I hope that sometime in the near future that we can smoke the peace pipe and work together rather than be adversarial.
Right. I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's really is a tragedy, and so let's hope that can change. That would be great. Maybe on your watch there, Scott, you could perhaps direct that.
Maybe.
All right. Now, one last question. Through all your years of experience, is there one bit of knowledge that you'd like to share, either personal or professional, with the audience?
Well, there's actually a few things, and I have to say that these aren't original. Most of these aren't original. They're things that I've learned from other people. Sorry, I didn't turn my cell phone off.
Yeah.
So one of those is inspect what you expect. I heard that from a plant manager and another company about a year ago, and I really like that. It helped coalesce some thoughts for me that if you have expectations, to focus on that, to pay attention to the things that are affecting or directing that expectation, and it's not going to change. Your expectations aren't going to happen, aren't going to be realized unless you focus on that. So inspect what you expect would be number one. Another two that I give credit to Paul Bellatone, the vice president of PPAI. I've learned this from him. And that's assume good intent is the first one. And I found that to be extremely meaningful and helpful, that if you're trying to develop an effective organization and you're trying to get people to work together and communicate, you have to get people to assume good intent, to assume that the other person is trying to do the right thing. And then the other lesson that I learned from Paul Bellatone is, and this, I knew this, but he put it more succinctly, is just assume accountability, or hold people accountable. I think that's extremely important, that we think we always need to hold ourselves accountable and hold other people accountable. And especially if you're in a leadership position, you just can't let people get away with not getting things done that they promised they'll get done, because and then everybody sees that, and it poisons a whole organization. And then lastly, what I have to keep reminding myself, and I owe this to the author Eli Goldratt, is the profit is the goal. All kinds of good things can come from profit, and if you don't have profits, there's so much that you can't do. So we have to keep reminding ourselves that we're in business to make a profit, and of course there's a lot of other things that are important. But again, you can't pursue a lot of those other important things, like offering opportunities for people and giving out bonuses and things like that, if you're not profitable.
Right, absolutely. Well, gosh, this has been great, Scott. I'm so glad that we were able to find a little bit of time to do this. Thank you again for taking time out of your crazy day and life to share with us.
Oh, Jeff, thank you. It's been a gas. Appreciate it.
All right.